So, you're heading to a Model UN conference. Ever wonder how you actually win? It's about way more than just showing up and giving a speech. Today, we're going to break down the strategy, the moves, and the mindset you need to become a standout delegate. Let's dive in. It's a massive question, right? And in Model UN, that's the job. You're dropped into a room with dozens of other delegates, each representing a different country, and you're all supposed to tackle a huge global crisis. So, how do you get from a room full of debate and disagreement to a single, unified solution? Believe it or not, every speech you give, every negotiation you have, every little note you pass, it's all funneling down to this one thing. This is the grand prize, the resolution. It's the official document, the action plan that lays out exactly how your committee is going to solve the problem. Okay, so let's frame this right. Think of a conference as your diplomatic mission. To succeed, you have to know two things, the lay of the land and the path to victory. So let's break that down. This is basically your roadmap for the whole conference. It all starts with you standing at the podium delivering your opening speech. From there, it's all about teamwork. You move into caucuses to start negotiating, you form lobbies, which are basically your alliances, and then you work together to write a draft resolution. If you play your cards right and get enough votes, that draft becomes an official resolution. Simple, right? All right, every great game starts with a strong opening move. In Model UN, this is your opening gambit. This is where you set the tone, make that crucial first impression, and get a handle on the rules that can give you a serious advantage. You get 90 seconds. That's it. 1.5 minutes. But this isn't just a speech, it's your audition. This is your one shot to prove to everyone in that room that you know your stuff, and more importantly, that you're someone they should be working with. You have to nail it.
And here's a huge pro tip for you. The second, and I mean the second, the chair asks to open the speakers list, get your placard in the air. Why? Because if you go first, you get to deliver that killer speech you prepared without having to change a single word based on what others have said. It's a massive strategic advantage.
Okay, once the speeches are over, the real game begins. And if you want to control the flow of that game, you need to master two essential tools, points and motions. Knowing how to use these is what separates the rookies from the real players. Let's talk points. Think of these as your special moves. Point of personal privilege is for stuff like, I can't hear the speaker. Point of order is when you think a rule was broken. Point of inquiry is for asking the chair a question about procedure. But the real strategic weapon? The point of information. This lets you directly question another delegate right after their speech. It's perfect for finding weaknesses in their argument and showing everyone you're paying attention. Now, if points let you interact with the debate, motions let you direct it. You can literally change the course of the conference with a motion. Don't just sit and wait for the chair to suggest a caucus. Stand up and motion for one yourself. This is how you show leadership and take control of the room. Okay, you've made your speech, you're master of the rules. Now it's time to shift gears. You have to move from being a solo act to being a team builder. It's time to start forging those crucial alliances. And the main arena for building these alliances is the caucus. When the formal debate is suspended, you go into caucus mode. This is where the stiff, formal speeches stop, and the real deal, roll-up-your-sleeves negotiation actually begins. Now, there are two flavors of caucus. A moderated caucus is still pretty structured. You raise your placard to talk. It's a great time to present hard evidence, like stats or graphs. But the unmoderated caucus, that's the Wild West of diplomacy in a good way. You can literally get up, walk around the room, pull people aside, and start building your team. This is where the magic happens. So, how do you crush the caucus? Easy. In moderated sessions, bring the receipts. Show your data. During any caucus, be passing notes to potential allies to get your lobby started. And in that unmoderated free-for-all, the mantra is, be firm on your core ideas, but flexible enough to compromise. Remember, this isn't about crushing the competition. It's a game of cooperation, and being too aggressive will actually hurt you. All right, deep breaths. You've built your alliance. You've hammered out your ideas. Now comes the moment of truth, the showdown. This is where all that collaboration and negotiation gets put to the ultimate test. So your team, your lobby, writes up your big plan. This is your draft resolution. You submit it to the DICE. That's the panel of chairs running things. Now, here's the catch. They look at all the drafts from all the different lobbies, and they only pick the two best and most original ones to go to a final vote. So being creative really, really matters. If your draft gets picked,
You're in the hot seat. Your team sponsors get up and present it to the whole committee, and right after, bam, you're hit with a wave of points of information. Questions from every other delegate. Your one and only job is to defend your resolution and convince the room that your plan is the best one. And it all comes down to this moment, the final vote. Delegates can vote yay for it, nay against it, or they can abstain, which is like sitting one out. To pass, you just need a simple majority. That's it. More yay votes than nay votes, and your draft becomes an official resolution. So, your resolution passed. Confetti falls, you won, right? Well, not exactly. The real secret to winning at Model UN, to truly being the best delegate, isn't just about getting the most votes. It's actually about something else entirely.
This brings us to the million-dollar question. After all that work, who are the evaluators really looking for? Who do they point to at the end and say, that was the best delegate in the room? Turns out, it's no big secret. It all comes down to 5 specific traits. These are the qualities that create what they call an optimum delegate, and that's the person who really wins.
Here it is, the secret sauce. First, originality. Don't just repeat old ideas. Second, great communication. Speak clearly, confidently. Third, leadership. Be the delegate proposing motions and guiding conversations. Fourth, use of evidence. Back up everything you say with facts. And finally, number 5, and this one is huge, politeness and cooperation. Be the diplomat everyone actually wants to work with.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? Winning isn't about whose paper gets passed. It's about who embodies the skills of a great diplomat. The best delegates are the ones who show this 5-point profile, from the opening speech all the way to the final vote.
So at the end of the day, when your diplomatic quest is over, the question to ask yourself isn't, did my resolution pass? It's, did I become a better diplomat? Did you lead? Did you cooperate? Did you master the art of working with others to solve a problem? Because in the end, that's the real win.